So Brittany, are you here to take the NACC assessment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I've got your academic plan form for financial aid probation. Has anybody explained kind of what this form means?
They mentioned something about it over in financial aid, but I didn't quite understand.
Okay. So I'll just kind of go over this top section real quick with you. It has a lot of really important information. Since you're on financial aid probation, you'll need to have a 100% pass rate this semester. So that means, you can't drop a class, fail, or get an incomplete. And you'll want to maintain a 2.0 GPA. You won't have access to online registration, so you'll meet with your advisor to register. And then, of course, meeting with me to take the NACC assessment. And the last part is meeting with your advisor to create your academic plan in step 2. Okay? So step 1 is just taking the NACC assessment. The NACC stands for Learning and Study Strategies Inventory. It's not timed, it's not a pass or fail type of assessment. It's just on things like test anxiety, time management, study skills, that kind of thing. So it's very low pressure. There's about 64 questions, but it normally takes students 10 minutes to complete. Do you have any questions before I get you set up to take the NACC?
No.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and get that done. All right, Brittany, so I pulled up your NACC results and printed them off for you. And so I'll just go over these real quick with you. Anything that is above the 50th percentile is considered a strength. Anything that's below the 50th percentile is an area that can be improved on. So it looks like, according to your scores, you've got a lot of strong areas, and then there are some areas that can be improved on. Looks like your lowest area is test anxiety, and I'll just go through each of these areas and explain kind of what they are. So would you say that you got pretty nervous or get nervous before tests?
I do. I get very nervous.
And that's really common. Most college students that I meet with have some test anxiety, and a little bit of test anxiety is not a bad thing, honestly, because that means you actually care if you pass or you fail. But we do have a success seminar for test anxiety that I think would really help you. So I'll show you the success seminar schedule here in a little bit, but I think that it would really benefit you. Then your attitude is shown very high at the 90th percentile, so that's excellent. A lot of times your attitude and motivation goes hand in hand. Motivation is one of your highest scores, so you're very motivated, which is great. This area is concentration, and it looks like it's an area that can be improved on. Would you say that it's kind of hard to concentrate or hard to focus at times?
It is hard to focus sometimes when I'm studying. At home I have children, so it's less loud, and finding the time by myself to be able to just really focus on my work and understand it all, it kind of gets a little bit pushed to the side. So.
Right. And one suggestion that I have for students who sometimes struggle with concentration is to schedule time on campus to work on your homework and to study, because we all have good intentions of when I get home I'm going to do all this studying, I'm going to get all this schoolwork done, but then you get home and you've got distractions, your kids are home, you're pulled in a lot of different directions. So here on campus you've got the different computer labs, you have the library, the tutors are here, your instructors are here, so you've got all this help and there are less distractions. So that's one thing that I normally recommend to students. Looks like this area, information processing, is good at the 90th percentile too. So information processing is connecting what you're learning to what you already know. So making those real world connections and it helps you to remember the material. So that looks really great. We've already talked about motivation. Selecting main idea is good. This is just kind of weeding through the details, trying to figure out what's the most important thing to study. And then self-testing and testing strategies are both excellent. Self-testing is quizzing yourself before you take an assessment or a test to make sure you understand the material. And then testing strategies is just knowing how to take a test. One thing that is kind of surprising is that looks like you prepare for your test well, you take tests well, but you're just nervous. So would you say that that's something that you see, that you feel like maybe that you don't perform as well on the assessments just because of your nerves?
I believe so.
And so I think that's one more reason to really focus on test anxiety and attend that success seminar. And then the next area is time management, and it looks like it could be improved on. So with time management, have you taken online classes in the past, or what would you say kind of hinders you as far as time goes?
Well, other than my children, I work long hours as well, and it's just finding the time to get everything done.
Right.
Sometimes I put it off because I'm busy and then don't realize how far behind I get.
Right. So, and that's something that a lot of college students see too, is procrastination. If you ever get behind, it's really hard to get caught back up. So just making sure that you make a schedule, that you attend every class, that you schedule time outside of class to study, to work with a tutor, to ask your instructors questions. That's all part of time management. And then this last area is using academic resources, and this looks really good too. And this is basically just asking for help when you need it. So going to your instructors if you have questions, scheduling a meeting with a tutor. So that all goes under using academic resources. And then the rest of this report explains the different areas as well. So you can have this, and based on your results, I think we'll look at the different success seminars that are available. So this is a success seminar schedule, and I think How to Beat Test Anxiety would be a good one for you to attend. And then on the back, the time management tips and tricks, and then Study Like a Pro would also be good. We have these on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 2:30, but we will have these online too. So if for some reason 2:30 is not a good time for you, you can always just watch the success seminar through Canvas. Okay? And then we've got a tutor schedule as well. So we do have tutors for almost every subject. We have tutors for math, science, English, computer classes, you name it, and we pretty much have a tutor that can help in that class. So here is the tutor schedule for the math. Outside of class, you can work in MT 104, and as you can see, we have tutors who work from early in the morning until like 8 o'clock at night. And then we also have online tutoring available, so if you can't make it to campus, if your child is home from school, then you can just schedule an online tutoring appointment, and it's pretty much like a live video chat between you and a tutor. And then on the back here, this is the English tutors that are available in the writing lab, and then the TLC lab, where you can get help with computer classes, some English classes, some science, a little bit of everything in the TLC, and there's free printing available too. And Down here, it has the tutor subject availability. So if you want to know if a tutor can help in a certain subject, then you can just look right here. So I'm going to go ahead and give these resources to you. And let's check out your academic plan form. So I've got test anxiety, concentration, and time management selected. And the requirements are that you'll need to attend the success seminars that I mentioned. Let's go ahead and get you set up for a follow-up appointment. What days work best for you?
Tuesday is usually best for me.
Okay. All right, so Tuesdays, let me check in advisor track. So would morning or afternoon?
Morning.
Okay. Is 9 o'clock too early?
No.
Okay. We'll get you down for 9 o'clock on Tuesday, May the 21st. Okay. I'm going to have an appointment card too. So Tuesday, May the 21st at 9. We'll just have a follow-up appointment to kind of see how things are going. If I can help out with anything at all, just let me know. And then, looks like we're good to go. Step 2, you'll just meet with your advisor. You said you was an English major, right? So, who's your advisor?
Mr. Hawes.
Okay. All right, so you'll meet with Mr. Hawes, and he'll create an academic plan. Y'all create that together. And then you'll just sign and date and take this to the financial aid office.
Okay.
All right. You have any questions, Brittany?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Hey Brittany, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing great. How's your semester, this past semester, going for you?
It's been a little spotty there.
A little shaky. That's okay. Hey, have you ever seen the movie Lion King? All right. So I love the Lion King, and one of my favorite lines from the movie is where Rafiki, the monkey, he hits Simba on the head and he says, "It's in the past. Forget about it." And that's easier said than done, right?
Yes.
We know it's there, but we can learn from the past. And academic probation for financial aid is kind of one of those times where we're given a second chance, right? To come back, to figure out, hey, what went wrong in that math class this semester, and then figure out how to be successful. And I'm a firm believer we have to have goals. If we don't create the goals, then we just kind of do life without knowing where we're headed. And so that's what our goal is for today, is to kind of talk about some of those things. Now, I've already seen that you've done step 1. You've already met with Miss Sanford, and you've already taken the Lassie, and we know where you're headed with that. So we'll move on to step 2. All right, Brittany, so now that we kind of know where we're headed, let's talk about the academic plan for financial aid probation. You've already done step 1 with Miss Sanford, and step 2 here, the first one says that the student will meet with advisor at least 2 more times during the semester. And my recommendation is, for the first month, let's meet at least once a week. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. Is there a particular day of the week that you feel you have time that you could stop by?
I'm usually off on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays. Okay. Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon?
We can do the afternoon.
Okay. All right. How does 1 o'clock sound?
That'll be great.
All right. So I have you scheduled every Tuesday for at least the first month just to come by. And what we'll do is just kind of follow up on how the week went. How did your classes go? How's the work going? Let's go over our goals and all those things for the month. All right. So the second one is student will attend success seminars listed in step 1, and Miss Sanford has suggested that you go to the How to Beat Test Anxiety. I need to go to that one as well. Study Like a Pro, and then time management. And so the cool thing about that is she'll send an email to all the students, and then she'll also send one to us, the instructors, and I'll make sure that I forward that to you to make sure you know. And when we meet on the Tuesdays, if you could just go ahead and tell me, hey, I've signed up to take the How to Beat Test Anxiety, just so we know that you're going to those two. And they're really so beneficial to you. And it's also neat to kind of look around the room and see that there are 10 or 15 other people who are struggling with the same thing that you're struggling with. And they're going to give you a lot of good, effective strategies there. All right, the third thing here is in step 2, it says student will participate in on-campus or online tutoring. One of the greatest things here at our campus, and I would have given anything to have had a tutor while I was a student here. Have you done the tutoring before?
Well, I want to, but I really don't know how to, because when I went to the office, there was nobody in there, and then some of the other students were talking about how you have to sign up online.
Yes.
And I didn't quite understand how I was supposed to do that.
If you've never done it before, you don't really know. And that's true. They will tutor by appointment only. Now, sometimes you can drop in, and if they don't have anybody, they'll be glad to help you. But to ensure that you get that spot, you do have to go on advisor track. And so I'm actually going to do that for you for this first one, and I'll show you kind of what to do. So when you log into your advisor track, all you have to do is, when you go into yours, is to choose from the drop down, instead of scheduling an appointment with your advisor, you'll schedule an appointment with a tutor. Okay, and you get to choose your time, you get to choose the tutor that you'd like to work with, and so I'll go ahead and do that for you. Does that Tuesday afternoon work?
Yeah, that'll be
all right. Let's go ahead and get you scheduled. You were saying that you needed help with math, right?
Yeah.
So even before an assignment's due, we could go ahead and log you in for an appointment with one of the tutors in the math department, and they're going to be great. And I tell you, Brittany, it's all about making the relationship. I spent so much of my life afraid to ask people questions because I didn't know what to ask, and I really didn't even know the person to find the information from. So if you can just build a connection, make a connection and build a relationship, those tutors are going to help you. I have students who will go see the tutor every paper before they turn in a paper, or every assignment. So just kind of getting to know them, I think you'll love it, and it'll be a super help to you this semester. Okay. All right, and the last thing is the student will not take an online class.
Okay.
So I think you were asking earlier about taking an online course. How were you successful in the online?
I was. I took psychology online, and I really liked it.
Gotcha.
But it was easy to get a little bit behind schedule.
Yeah.
So.
And in math, that might really be a potential problem for you, right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is steer away from the online class. We want to put you in a classroom with an actual teacher in the room so that we can make sure that you're getting those needs met. And another great thing about the Math 100 is we now offer a co-requisite class called Math 99. It's an extra hour a week that the instructor will spend working one-on-one with you and several other students in the class to help you make sure that you're successful in Math 100. So we need to look at that too, of putting you in that Math 99 class. And then later, once you get back on track, we'll put you in an online class if you want to do that. And so what we're going to do here is I will just get you, I will check this, and I'll just get you to sign here for me, please. All right, and then I will sign here. Okay, and you'll take this on over to financial aid. And then here at the bottom, it talks about understanding the academic plan. And I want to mention one more thing before I have you sign that, Brittany. In the past, I've done this with students, and to me, it's really helped them. And so I'll give this to you as a copy. And what it is just your student goals for the upcoming semester. And I think it's so important that we have short-term goals and that we also have long-term goals. And so what I want you to do, and like I said, you can use this as an example, go through each one of the classes that you're going to sign up for this semester. We know you're going to do the Math 100, the Math 99, and then the literature course. And just think about what are some student goals. A student that I had in the past, she said, I want to take exams ahead of schedule so that I don't get behind. And she was working at Chick-fil-A. She was overworked and just not able to get things done. And then this was one too. She said, I'm going to ask my teacher for help when I have questions or if I'm confused. And she was afraid to ask the questions, but once she started asking them, she was like, she's helped me so much just in me asking questions. So let's do that. And then I also have some goals that I'm going to come up with. And one of the first ones is to meet with you on Tuesdays at 1 to discuss your progress. And then I'm also going to email you of those success seminars that Ms. Sanford has recommended. And I'm going to make sure that we get you scheduled in those on-campus tutoring sessions, all right? And if you run into problems, make sure you come by. I'll log you in if you need me to help you make sure you get those spots. And then I just want to encourage you to complete your goals and know that you can do it. And if we weren't given second chances, many of us would never get to where we want to be in life. So when you come up with that, I'll have you sign that and date that as well.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think that I do.
You feel more confident now in being successful. I think you're going to rock it. Hope the best. Let me know if I can help you.
Okay.